so bright outside because it's literally about to start thunderstorming.
Ooh,
I have no idea why in my background, it looks like it's a nice sun shining day, and it's actually starting to pour and chaos is ensuing. So if we lose connection, it's going to be a short episode.
Have you ever had a thunderstorm that was timed just perfectly? I feel like I never get to enjoy them. It's either like happens late at night when I'm in slumber, or it's while I'm at work. And it's like I just want it to be while I'm at home. I want an
I like the
excuse to
morning.
not go do anything.
I like the morning
yeah.
thunderstorms because those don't happen.
When you don't have to go anywhere.
Right. I want an 8 a.m. thunderstorm, good few hours at least, when I don't have to go anywhere. So I'm like, I'm going to put on a stupid movie. I'm going to put on like a horror movie or just some like B-real movie and enjoy its terribleness. And then start my day. Maybe I'll have a coffee. Maybe I'll have a little eggs and bacon and enjoy a terrible movie.
Ooh, eggs and bacon. Man, my the downstairs neighbors love bacon for breakfast. Catches me in the morning. The best part of waking up is bacon in my butt. It's just like,
babe. Do you think that they set it up on a George Foreman next to their bed?
Yeah, absolutely.
To wake themselves up. I hope that's the case.
But I'm not a big bacon guy. I mean, I love bacon. Bacon is good for me. But
you just said I'm not a big bacon guy. Don't get me wrong. I love bacon.
But I don't eat it. I mean, I don't eat it a lot. And I wish I did.
Interesting.
I just know bacon, it's not good for me.
Well, it's not only that. You'd think people in general would eat less bacon. 2 reasons why. Everyone knows it's not good for you. In the world of things that we all love that we know aren't good for us, that's definitely top tier.
Oh, yeah.
But 2, it is a pain in the ass to prepare because it's
clean up.
And clean. That's because there is cleanup. Preparing it is just like, oh yeah, just throw it in a skillet, have your skillet attack you while it's cooking because it's like, oh, it's going to pop and that fat is going to pop all over and it's going to hit your skin. It's going to burn. Don't worry though. Not only will it hit your skin, it will somehow get all over your stove and your oven. It'll get on the walls if you're within 3 feet of anywhere. It could get on the ceiling. I don't know. It depends how aggressive the bacon is. So it's a lot of effort. It's not quick. It takes a while to cook bacon, and it's bad for you. So overall, it's pretty impressive that bacon overcomes adversity like none other. Like there's not a lot of foods that overcome adversity as much as bacon is. Bacon is a persistent meat. So this episode's all for bacon.
Bacon is a persistent meat. It sure is. It's the Jackie Robinson of pork products.
Right. Basically. Nothing going to keep bacon down.
Yeah. It's going to be retired in every Hall of Fame, every stadium.
Mm-hmm. Bacon is, that's pretty amazing. Pour one out.
It's tough. Bacon. I feel like in our lifetime, more than any other meal, breakfast has really evolved. I mean, functionally, it's still a lot of the same foods, but it went from, eggs, nice scrambled or fried, bacon, home fries, a lot of fried. If you're lucky, that's a very fortunate breakfast. Or you get cereal, but not a lot of. Sure, you make the argument you get the proteins from your meats, but you're really giving the heart a lot to work with that kind of breakfast. To now, where it's like those overnight oats. Get some fruits, protein smoothies.
I mean, breakfast though is still the champ when it comes to dinner, which is the most heralded meal nowadays. The whole breakfast, most important meal of the day, has kind of been debunked. But dinner, the most respected and revered meal, still separates sweets from savory. Whereas breakfast goes, hey, you like cake? Well, listen up, fatty. You can buy a dozen little individual cakes, and that's okay to eat for breakfast. Oh, you like savory? Cool, man. Eggs and bacon and toast but yeah, man, you want fucking donuts? Here's all donuts. Yo, we got this shit called strudel. We got danishes. Like breakfast goes all over.
Yeah. Pancakes. Yeah. How did that?
Pancakes.
You know what? To top it all off, I'm a guy. Are you a? I'm okay with syrup on everything. A good syrup, I pour across the whole plate. So I don't know if that makes me a bad person.
It does, but I'm not going to pour it on everything, but I'm certainly not worried about cross-contamination on my plate. That's like Thanksgiving. I don't pour gravy on everything, but I'm not concerned at cross-contamination in any way, shape, or
form. I just like, for some reason, it's just sugar. I'm like, why do I like it? Oh, because it's just tree sugar covered up.
Right.
My eggs and my bacon. It's really good binder.
Yeah. Breakfast for dinner is always a nice idea every once in a while. And seems like you can't overdo it, but when you have the epiphany and you're like, I'm going to have fucking breakfast for dinner today. You're like, this is great. This is a great idea. I love eggs. And I didn't like eggs as a kid, but I love eggs. I could eat all of the eggs. If you scrambled 2 dozen eggs, I would eat 2 dozen scrambled eggs.
Wow.
2 dozen. I could eat 24 scrambled eggs. I have not done this, but I do not feel that I am exaggerating when I say I could easily. Okay, maybe not easily, but I could probably put down 24 scrambled eggs.
Oh, have we I don't know if we ever broached this subject, but if you had to do a food competition, what would be your choice?
Oh.
You can choose the competition if you want: speed, weight, girth.
So the one competition I would never do is like the hottest of anything. I'm not doing that. Like, I've eaten the Paquito one chip challenge. I've done that, but I'm not. Hot things aren't enjoyable. Like, and they're like, it's just, I don't know. It's so like hot wings. No, I mean, I would never really. I don't think it's a good idea to try a. I don't know. It depends. It depends what the challenge is. I think a burrito one. There's burrito challenges out there. I'd probably give a good run at a burrito challenge because I feel like burritos you can put down. The biggest challenges I would say are pizza and burgers. Would you agree that that's probably the genesis of eating challenges that like restaurants have?
Sure. Maybe a blueberry pie in there. I feel like that's an old-timey thing.
Okay, you're thinking of Stand By Me. That's all you're thinking of is the competition in Stand By Me.
That's all I think.
How often are you coming across blueberry pie eating contests? You're lying.
Not enough.
Exactly. More. But the problem with like pizza and burgers is that they are heavily breaded. So it's
the hot dog too, obviously.
Oh, fuck that.
We're right on the cusp. Of the as this ep comes out, we're a day away from the Nathan's hot dog
with no Joey Chestnut.
I can't even talk about it. That's so sad.
But him and Kobayashi are doing like a side competition.
Something in November. But Kobayashi also officially retired. So it's
right, officially retired, and now he's signing up for something.
It's like getting Mike Tyson to fight, I don't know, some internet celebrity or something. It's like
that's happening.
Oh no. Yeah.
So yeah, what this Nathan's is gonna be like Jordan in his first retirement. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're the new champion." Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only because
Joey
Chestnut got disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eater X gets his Hakeem years.
Deep cut. Yeah. I mean, I'll be watching for sure.
Oh, I'm gonna watch, absolutely. What the hell am I doing?
God, it makes me want to hurl every time I watch that shit.
If Badlands Booker does like his own novelty challenge, what they've added, because Badlands Booker can never come close to winning. So last year he drank like a gallon of lemonade just on the stage in front of everyone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Not sure he was competing against anything.
I'm okay with spicy food. I have done like the Brett and I, my buddy, did a Mario Kart. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, where we did a circuit and that, and then we did Da Bomb, and then we did whatever the current hot, like the 357 Magnum wing.
Right.
And it was bad. So yeah, I think we might have touched on it, but just it numbed me, really. I mean, I couldn't race, or I didn't see very well for a minute. Like, I would be okay doing that again, but I'm not like a quantity eater, or I eat slowly. So I'd have to do something I could not chew, like maybe a milkshake challenge.
Okay,
I'd be down for. I would definitely throw up. It would end in puke and vomit and pain, but at least I'd give it a college try. Or yogurt eating competition.
Oh God, you can win. I give up already. I don't. Pudding maybe, yogurt and fuck no.
Oh. Like, why do they go? Why not go yogurt though instead of? I see a lot of mayo eating competitions. Who was like, hey, no, we can do yogurt. We can do yogurt. No, it has to be mayo. It has to be mayo.
Mayo eating competitions.
Oh, it's real. It's legit. I think it might be in the top 5 of competitive eating records. Like, I think it's pretty serious.
Have you ever wikied like a competitive eater and then just seen the different titles that they have? Like the ones that don't get talked about? There is a fucking eating competition for everything.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have. It's great.
Yes, that's my boy.
It's a great rabbit hole. You got to
go down. Fantastic.
You go to Nathan. Yeah, it is. Then you're like, oh, I didn't know they had a world record for oysters shelled or
yeah,
like there is like cherry pie you can find, corn. I mean, are you looking some up right now?
I am. Hold on.
And it is, if I remember correctly, it is a major league, right? Major league.
Oh,
eating.
Yeah.
Records, major league eating. Chicken wings long form. What does that even mean?
Oh, I guessing non-drumstick, like flats, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Guess 182 chicken wings. Joey Chestnut, our man, our hero.
32...
you're Badlands Booker.
What?
8.5 ounces Maui onions in 1 minute. I don't even know what that is.
Joey Chestnut on an East Middle half day. I assume East Middle School half day. He walks down to McDonald's in 2020, and in 38 minutes and 15 seconds, how many Big Macs do you think he put down?
How long?
38 minutes and 15 seconds.
38 minutes? That's like forever for him. Big Macs. I'm going to say a big number that I don't even know if it's possible, but
we'll see. I feel like you're going to overshoot it, and that's a really anticlimactic way.
I'll just say 100.
That's absurd. 32.
Okay, fine. That's fair. Okay. All right.
Yo, 10 minutes. In Toronto in 2019, in 10 minutes, Joey Chestnut put down 28 pounds of poutine. 28 pounds.
How can one ingest 28 pounds of food? How can the body handle that?
It's the gravy. The gravy makes it just slide right down. Like, that's so much potato gravy and cheese curd. 28 pounds.
Oh.
I just took an upper decker.
None of these things even make sense.
Yeah, there is see, look at this. Butter. 7 quarter-pound sticks in 5 minutes. 7 sticks of butter. Like, that's just will.
Don't do that.
That's just the will to want it. Yeah, Joey still got the hot. Are you aware of the hot dog record that we had just mentioned? Do you know what it stands at right now from Joey? 10 minutes
70,
you get.
72?
76.
It used to be a 12-minute competition. They fucking shaved it down because him and Kobayashi got out of hand. It used to be a 12-minute competition.
Oleg Zhornitsky holds the Mayonnaise record. 8 minutes. He downed.
What Oleg? How many ounces?
128 ounces. 4 32-ounce bowls of mayonnaise in 8 minutes.
He ate a gallon of mayonnaise. That is 1 gallon of mayonnaise.
Oh my God. Soft tacos, Joey Chestnut, 10 minutes. Taco Bell, specifically.
You know what?
53.
Shout out to upstate New York. You know what, Joey Chestnut, what regional food Joey Chestnut holds the record for? It's very central New York food.
Speedies.
Close.
What do they call those things? Garbage plates?
Not plates. More central New York than garbage plates. Garbage plates is Rochester. More central. Think of a 4th of July. What are you having for a good side at a picnic? These are always offered in a little bowl.
Potato salad?
Close.
Baked beans?
You're in the right family. You know, you're in the right family with potato salad.
German potato salad.
Salt potatoes.
Salad? Salt potatoes.
Salt potatoes. Little nuggets of salt potatoes. Folks, for you that don't know, it's the little like golden potatoes, but they're like the size of like a little bit bigger than a golf ball. And you get like 4 of those.
Are those universal? They used to have them at crawfish boils down in Texas.
No, those are not universal because when I lived in North Carolina, I was having a barbecue and I wanted to have salt potatoes. And I went to the grocery stores and I asked for salt potatoes and they had no fucking clue what I was talking about.
Okay. All right. Hey, you're coming in. Do you look not blurry on your side? Because you do on mine. I just don't know if it's the lag or the camera.
No, I think it's I'm a little blurry. It might be the camera. Hold on, just gonna take that down real quick.
I'll regale the audience with more eating records as you fix that. Cannolis. See, cannolis better. I could try. See, this it's not a lot of chewing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's mostly kind of the dairy element, but 34 large cannolis in 6 minutes. That's almost 10 years old, that record. That's got to go down. Wow. 3 pound, 3 ounces of pickled beef tongue in 12 minutes.
That seems easy enough.
So here's a burrito one. Oh, that's when you were talking about Badlands. 15 Burritoville burritos, which I'm assuming is like just a kind of a Chipotle deal.
Right.
Type burrito. That's a lot. Donuts. Okay, 8 minutes. How many glazed donuts? James Webb.
Glazed donuts? See, they're so fluffy. So I feel like people could fucking mash them in. 8 minutes?
8 minutes. Wow, and this record is 23 days old.
53.
70 glazed donuts. James Webb just took this down. Just took it down on Donut Day this year.
70 glazed donuts in 8 minutes?
Yeah.
So that's 9 donuts a minute. So like it's like a donut every 7 seconds.
That's just housing it. That's using the glaze as your liquid.
A donut.
Suck it down.
You look at your friend eat a donut in 7 seconds and you're like, wow, that was crazy. And imagine your friend just does that pace for 8 minutes. Like you just keep doing it for 8 minutes. Like they're a broken record. Wow.
Did you see well to bring it back around, hard-boiled eggs is where we started. The record for that in 8 minutes, Joey Chestnut, a record that stood since 2013.
Hard-boiled?
Yep, hard-boiled eggs, an 11-year-old record.
Well, okay, so this gauges if I could eat 2 dozen scrambled eggs. So, and how long did he have to eat them?
8 minutes.
Okay. 8 minutes, hard-boiled eggs, maybe like an egg every 5 seconds. No, probably Joey every 5 seconds. So maybe like 6 eggs a minute. 8 minutes, so 48. No, that seems stupid low. All right, I'm gonna say. So wait.
Yeah, let me tell you this. I enjoyed one Thanksgiving deviled eggs. This is my first experience with deviled eggs, which aren't far off from hard-boiled eggs. You know, a little seasoning, paprika, mustard.
Mm-hmm.
And I ate probably 12 of them because I couldn't stop, and I threw up all night.
I was gonna say, and how did that evening go? Not well.
Painful, very painful.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that 8 minutes. If it was one every 5 seconds, that's 12 in a minute times 8. So yeah, well, I don't know, I was doing my math wrong. 12 to 8, so that's 96. I'm going to go 110.
Good guess. 141.
Oh, my God.
That's got to be pain on every single end of his body.
Oh,
my God.
That's just under, that's 3 eggs shy of 12 dozen. That is aptly named. That is 3 eggs shy of a gross of eggs.
So let's pick, since we're a day ahead of this.
Okay.
Nathan's hot dog contest. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at the lineup for this year, and let's pick a winner for all the betting. Can we bet on this? Actually, is this a bettable thing?
I'll be honest with you. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let me see what I got on my end. It really seems like it should be. And the money would be big this year with Joey being out. Far be it for DraftKings to pass up an opportunity.
I don't even know if we got a list of these guys. Yeah, I don't see one yet. There's probably
they still in those
I'm just
prelims?
Gonna say Eater X. If he's still around. Is that guy still around? He's been aching for it for years.
He is. He's a very Ultimate Warrior fellow. Does the makeup. Secret identity. Let's see. I don't know if it'd be on hot dog. Nathan's hot dog eating contest. DraftKings has us. All right. I got odds here and everything.
All right.
So your favorite is a man by the name of Jeffrey Esper. It's Jeffrey with a G. I don't trust him. I certainly cannot bet on a man.
What's the odds on that?
He's a plus 100. He's even money.
Whoa. That's in a field of probably 12 to 15. I don't even know how many are in.
What is Nathan X's real, or what is Eater X's real name?
No one will ever know.
Okay. I'm going to check.
I don't know.
It says Tim Janis. So,
okay.
Tim Janis is not listed. Stop that. Next we have at plus 185, we have James Webb. So I need you to look these guys up and see if we have like reigning
record. Yeah, James Webb has a
champions
record
of anything. Okay,
James Webb has the donuts. He's the 70 glazed donuts guy.
Oh,
wait,
that's Jeffrey a good
Esper.
pick.
Jeffrey Esper has the corn dog world record. 11 corn dogs in 3 minutes.
Oh.
And we're back. So a funny story happened on the way to the hot dog stand. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know where it cut off, but we were talking about athletes and athleticism and general feats of strength. And I think we were talking Jeffrey Esper. Take me to Esper Island with this Major League Eater here. He's got a bunch of records. I don't know. I think we left off somewhere there. So, are you there? Check 1. Jeff, I see your face. Hello, hello. Oh, no, he's not back yet. Well, I'm back. We'll go with Kobayashi still holds a record. Cowbrains 57 in 15 minutes. Hello, hello. You are on the podcast, Jeff. He doesn't know it. Hello. Check 1. Check 1. Hello. All right, he's refreshing. Okay. All right. This is going really well. This reminds me of how America was formed. You know, small steps. America wasn't made in a day.
That's what they say. I mean, they should say it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't.
So,
I checked.
I don't know. I was saying I don't know where it left off, but we were talking about superlative humans and their abilities, and how Esper's out there. You know what? Maybe we should just wrap up the food competition eating segment of the show.
Okay. Yeah, probably for the best.
Seems to be challenging.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else to talk about then.
You wanted to address your fishing trip last episode, and you didn't.
Well,
do you want to walk that path?
Let me just say this. If you ever get the chance to go deep lake fishing, I recommend it. It's something my dad put together. So he worked with a guy that owns his own charter and takes folks out to Lake Ontario, one of the greatest of lakes. And he gets a boat out there and just trolls for trout and salmon. And damn it, if we didn't have a day, you know, it's one of the hottest days of the year. Got out there early, caught the biggest fish in my life, a 21-pound salmon. And
wow,
let's see if I have it. If I had a video, that'd be tight.
Now, is that a catch and release concept?
Oh, here's the video
or
that I will share. Oh, wait, hold on. So the thing about salmon and trout is that they don't survive well if you try to release them, especially in Lake Ontario. So we kept them all, the dozen fish that we caught. So we caught 7 king salmon, a big old lake trout, a coho salmon, and then what else? A couple steelhead trout. Because they're so deep. So basically there's this boat. You use these things called downriggers, and it's basically a cannonball that brings your fishing line, all the way down to like anywhere from like 150 to 180 feet below the water. And that's where all the salmon are. So in the fight, it takes like 10, 15 minutes sometimes to reel these fish in. And they're kind of so beat up that if you released them back into the water, they wouldn't be able to get down to their temperature, the right water, and they would probably drown or not have the right oxygen thing, whatever.
Why?
I don't know how fish breathe.
How do people fish good? How is this a thing? How do people are like, oh, they're really good at fishing? Like, we have fishing competitions. Why?
That is kind of funny. I mean, I guess
like you don't have to take these guys aren't diving in and engaging in fisticuffs and wrangling fish. So I just don't understand. I'm like, well, if I had the same exact lure and everything and like that, and I just got lucky too, and a fish was going by and mine was giving a little dancey dance, I could catch that fish too.
You absolutely could. And catch a bigger one.
I could jam weights into its stomach and cheat to win fishing competitions and win $100,000+.
It's sort of comparable to like poker in that way, where anybody can play. Everybody has the same access to cards and chips and the same access to decisions. But some people have just done it more and know the odds. And so I guess that'd be the same for like people that are good at like they know the locations, they know what kind of fish in certain temperatures, climates, times of the day, different structures, what hits, what doesn't. And they know what to try if something works, something doesn't. So it's just kind of that. But nothing stops us. Nothing stops us regular Joes from going out there and catching the fish of our lifetime, for example.
I was pretty good at catching sunfish. Whoa.
Here's a young man. He looks like a young man, a young, strong, healthy lad catching a salmon. What do you think of those shorts?
They are loud. They are very early 90s.
Keep your rod up.
Keep your rod up.
I bet this video is delightful, but it is just a still shot for me.
You bet what?
I bet that video was very nice, but it was a still shot on my end. But however, that hopefully
it will look perfect on
the folks at home will have a rendered version, but
they will.
Boy, I could tell it. What a fight.
What a fight.
Boy, what a fight.
Here's but yeah, on my actually I don't even think it's on my Instagram or whatever, but I shared some stories. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, because I usually fish for like smallmouth bass, pike.
Mm-hmm.
I caught some catfish, some bullhead in my time, some perch. But yeah, it was really fun. It's something, you know, I would never invest whatever it is that. So this guy's been fishing forever since he's a teenager, never stopped, and now has like $100,000 boat with like $50,000 in equipment, and just knows the waters. And it's like, that's cool. Because part of me feels like a fraud, you know, and it's like, because I want to be the one, you know, that like gets out there and finds the fish and catches them, but I don't have the means to do that, really. I mean, I can't trick myself into being like, I should have caught this on my little kayak with my little 6-foot pole and
do you think
10-pound line.
So I would assimilate it to the same as like simply I went skydiving. Did you? Or did you happen to fall out of an airplane with a person who skydives attached to you? Because that's probably what you did. Like,
right.
It's a similar thing. It's like when you have skydive and you have to have an adult attached to you, so you can't enjoy the moment as yourself. You're actually strapped to a complete stranger. But I mean, I don't know how I would take to fishing in that style. I wasn't against fishing as a child, but I didn't do it regularly. You know, I'd go up to Fairhaven and drop my line off of a dock and sit there for an hour maybe. But it is certainly an activity where I need to like at least like have like music or something, because I could see myself getting bored pretty easily. So it's not set up well for me, I'll be honest. But
yeah, being on the boat makes it fun because at least you're moving. You know, you're shooting the shit for a lot of it. Because we were out there for like 7 hours, so 12 fish in 7 hours isn't exactly like Murderer's Row, but it's enough action to keep you going. But yeah, it probably is like that. But it's still fun. You know, skydiving's still fun, even if you're attached to somebody. It's kind of like, you know, what's really lame that I did before when I lived in Texas was go out with a girlfriend to her family's ranch to go deer hunting. So she and I just went into like, they call it deer blinds. Basically like set up little, almost like tree houses, you can call them, when you just sit there and wait for deer to come by. You can use different techniques to get them to come to you. But this ranch is set up so that there's just corn feeders. So the deer are used to just going into the corn feeders and you just shoot them there. And I'm like,
oh,
takes away the lust of the kill.
Yeah. That's geez. I mean, so I guess if you're living off of the grid and you need deer for food, like I would respect that concept, but that seems really in poor taste.
Yeah, it's hardly sporting. So
yeah. At that point, well, I mean, killing a deer for sport, I already disagree with. You gotta eat it. You gotta eat your deer. You gotta. If you don't eat it, I don't respect you. Don't kill an animal for sport. There's plenty of other sports that don't involve killing animals, so do those. But if you kill the deer and eat it, okay, I can get with that. I can be okay with it. But
yeah, we just sat in the deer blind and drank probably like 20 Coors Lights and got drunk instead. Even then a deer walked by and we were just looking at it, and it was fun. It was just as fun to look at the deer as it was.
That's
I
true.
don't know, way more fun. Because then if you kill the deer, then you gotta like clean it and cut it up and all that. And I was like, it's way more fun to just be drunk with a gun. That was mildly terrifying. Which reminds me of situations that maybe I could have died doing. And I thought of one this week because I was I'm potentially in the market for a new vehicle. Really exploring the space, thinking of things. And my dad and I were talking about Jeeps just in terms of like how they're not a great buy because by all accounts, they like need tons of work all the time and bringing them back to the shop. For some reason, I don't know why, but that just seems to be the way. But one of my greatest memories, and you can't, just a Jeep Wrangler is one of the coolest cars there is. There's just no two ways about it. Taking the top down, you're just like, it's fun.
Damn it.
I know, unfortunately. And I remember when I lived in Hawaii for a few months, we would go to the beach and there was this guy, Robert, who was so cool because he was like 28 and we were like 22. He worked for like Edward Jones selling retirement plans. He had his shit together, or so we thought. I don't know. He also, I think, hooked up with a stripper one night at the club we went to called Porky's. And she wasn't a looker. I'm going to say that. No offense to her. But I'm just saying this is the kind of fellow we're talking about. He looks for options. He looks for opportunity. And he drives dangerously in his Jeep Wrangler. And we used to just sit in this Jeep Wrangler with no top. He had a back seat that he put into the back bed of it, just facing backwards. That I don't even think was bolted on. And we'd never had a seatbelt, so we'd just be driving down the highway, but like sitting backwards, going like 65 with not belted in at all. And now I'm like, that was a real gamble. It was a real.
You know what?
I guess I thought about it, but I could be dead.
In retrospect, that was a real gamble.
Can you think of any? I don't know. Anything in your life where you may have done something, a practice outside of like binge drinking or something like that? I don't know. I mean, I've probably driven maybe when I shouldn't have before. One-eyed at home.
Yeah.
Short distances, of course. But
yeah, same.
You're trying real hard, You never drive. You never drive harder.
No. No, I can safely say that I haven't done it in a long time. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely driven when I shouldn't. I did it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really get into like drugs or anything like that, but yeah, there was a time like in my early and mid 20s, like where I just had more of a reckless abandon way about it, of just being like, like I don't know. It's weird. Like I was pretty timid as a kid, was intimidated by a lot of things. And then like, I kind of went very much the other way as soon as college started, and just started being like, oh, I wonder if I should do this. Oh, I wonder if I should do this. Oh, I wonder if I should do this. And like, probably would have been good to like have something negative, really, really negative occur to me to get out of that sooner than I did. Cause yeah, I mean, I don't know. Probably, yeah, it's nothing, no single thing that I did that was really, really absurd, like danger wise. because danger never really excites me. Like, that's the weird thing when people are like, oh, the thrill of something dangerous. I'm like, that's not a thrill I seek. So, like, driving when you're not supposed to, that's just fucking stupid. Like, you're just being an idiot and, like, throwing caution to the wind. Like, and there's always alternatives, but, like, your brain just goes like, yeah, but what am I going to do? Not have my car in the morning? Like, yeah, that's exactly what you're going to do, you fucking idiot. So it's just poor decisions rather than being like a risk taker. So that's probably my biggest go-to. I don't think I ever did anything with like watch, hey, hold my beer, watch this. That wasn't really my style. It never really became my style. So your stories are more interesting than mine.
Well, but you also don't think about it either at the time, I think, because you don't think about danger, or because there is this feeling of I'm just doing things that I want to do, whether they're dangerous or not. You don't think about it, and it's just, this is what I feel like doing. This will excite me, or that's how I was, jumping off of stupid shit. I remember one time going to visit you, maybe at school, maybe when it was like a party. Definitely beer pong party. There was winter. There's a big snow mound outside of your house, and it was pretty tall. And I just jumped off of it for no reason. I mean, I was drunk. That was the reason. But
right,
easily could have just shattered both legs. I don't know why I would have done that at all.
Boy, but if there's any better time to do something dangerous, it's at a fraternity party, because if you were questioning the decision, there's going to be at least 40 people that are so excited and going to support you for making that decision. Like, you're going to have so many other irrational people being like, yeah, dude, absolutely.
Do it. Now I'm terrified of everything.
Good.
Now I would still, I mean, you mentioned skydiving. I would probably do that still. I would like to.
I'd do it over bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is one of the most terrifying things I've ever witnessed.
It really is.
I'm like, I don't understand how people do that. Yeah, I'd probably do skydiving because it's just the decision. The only intense part is right before you jump out, I would assume. Like, that's how I interpret it. It's just push me out, because then I don't think you're scared as you're falling.
You can't do anything.
Because there's nothing you can do. There's no decisions to make anymore. So you just go, oh, well, there's the ground very far away. Here I am, just falling.
And it's also one of those things that everybody who's ever done it says they loved it. I don't think I know a story of somebody that was like, nah, didn't like it. It was terrifying the whole time. I hated it. Well, those people are probably dead, I guess. Yeah, that's why. As long as you survive it, it's great.
Yeah, all the stories I've heard.
Yeah, work out really well.
That's true. Because no one really goes skydiving when they were like, I was forced to. Like, it's pretty much under everyone's own will, and that they decided that they would go, and then they liked it. So, like, no one was like, yeah, we were going to dinner, and then on the way home, we decided to go skydiving, and I wasn't really for it, but I had to. Like, you have a long time to think about and decide to go skydiving, so I think people generally know what they're getting into, and therefore are open to it, and are pleasantly, are pleased with the experience. So at least then it seems like it's an experience that generally gives people what they think they're going to get out of it, and more, other than the dead people. The dead people don't, I assume. Mm-hmm. But mm-hmm. I don't know that we hear a lot about skydiving deaths.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's that big of a. I don't think it's that big of an issue. Let me see. In 2023, the United States Parachute Association says that members reported making 3.65 million skydives. And in that same year, there were a total of 10 civilian skydiving deaths in the U.S.
That's basically 0.
That's really good odds.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Outside
10
of those 10
people
families.
out of 10 people out of 3,650,000. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like one of those you have a better chance of getting bitten by a shark.
Right.
Maybe the same stratosphere.
Yeah. So if anyone's currently signed up for skydiving, I like your odds. If you survive it, write in. Tell us about it.
Yeah, somebody tell us about it. What it's really like, the feel.
Yeah. Oh, good news. I haven't relayed this to you, so Matt's learning this as we speak. We have another producer lined up. We have a production we need.
Okay.
We do have a production proposed to us. It is another music-based one. We have a request for the debate of the greatest pop punk band, Green Day or Blink-182. So, potential things to discuss. Who had and continues to have simply better album sales? Who's got the more robust discography? Who had more successful tours? Interesting. We didn't really talk tours in our previous one. And whose current status still holds up? Definitely a bigger birth of catalogs and discographies from our previous two bands. There were no hiatuses technically in either band. Green Day rolling with the same 3 guys for over 30 years now and never really have taken a break per se. I don't think they've gone longer than like 4 years without an album. And then Blink-182, a couple lineup changes, so that might help or hinder them. But over the years, kind of both of these bands really coming into their own. Green Day started a little bit earlier. I think they got like a 2-year jump, but got a lot to go off of. I think that's a pretty good discussion to have, and I'm going to be okay with either side of whoever I get.
Well, we did say we'd do anything for money, and that's on us. I do like the idea of talking about the touring stuff. I wouldn't want it to get too much like the same as the other debate where we're talking about the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you know this, we've never repeated anything on this podcast twice ever. We've not talked about the same subjects ever.
We've literally talked about multiple things today that we've already discussed.
I know, yeah, we have for sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, that is coming from the Pistachio Kid himself, Billy.
Okay.
So
it's a Green Day v. Blink.
Yep.
We'll say, what episode are we on now? 75. So let's give it
77.
2 gapper.
Make it the double sevens.
77.
I like it.
And coin flip.
All right. I don't remember who was mercy to the coin. I think I was the first time. So I think you need to be mercy to the coin. And I think, let's see, heads, tails, Green Day, Blink-182. I'm trying to think of the Blink. A head blinks. So heads is going to be Blink and tails is Green Day. And this is for you.
All right. Here we go. Do you have the time?
I do.
Damn it.
I certainly do. Because, folks, it came up heads. So Matt has Blink-182.
Like Blink-182.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. Yeah.
It's all right to tell me what you think about me. I won't try, argue, hold it against you.
So I want you to go make sure you remember that when they came out onto the scene, they got, not when they came out on the scene, but when they got really big, Blink-182. So you're going to have to really drive home their most popular stuff, which, folks, if you're just joining us, or you're not really big on Blink-182, the two albums he's going to have to most probably address is Enema of the State and the other aptly named Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. So good luck with the poo-poo pee-pee debate and getting people to side with you. I'm going to go with men of class.
I'll be honest.
Integrity.
I do not know much Blink after Dude Ranch.
Interesting.
Actually, I had Enema of the State, but I didn't listen to it as much as Dude Ranch. And then all the ones after that, I did not. So I probably heard the hits, but
right. So, folks, he's not as passionate about Blink-182 as he is about Creed. So
make it okay. There's the wrinkle.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's a shame. For who, I don't have any idea. It might be a shame for him. Might be a shame for Blink-182.
Although I also haven't listened to a lot of Green Day after Dookie and Nimrod.
So it's not a Blink thing. It's just Matt has not updated his music since 2000.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, I must have heard American Idiot before. I would think.
Oh my god!
I don't think I heard the whole album.
Boy, it's going to be Jeff versus Wikipedia on this one.
Yeah, it sure is. So
Matt's going to be like, let me tell you why Blink 182 is the better band.
Yeah. Can I bring in Angels and Airwaves? I do know that.
It's a debate. Bring
Tom
to the table whatever you need to take.
Aliens, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I will craft the greatest arguments.
Yeah, no, probably.
And it's for the dollars again, folks.
It is horrors for money. It's okay.
Strictly for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes
the money. Holiday on a Thursday.
What's that?
I hate having a holiday on a Thursday.
It is really messing up the week for me.
It's not. It doesn't add anything. It makes my job more of a pain in the ass because a bunch of people are taking off Friday and I'm not. So it's going to be.
Oh, you have the go back to work Friday thing?
Oh, yeah. 4th of July ain't getting you an extended weekend.
No. Well, I'm working on 4th of July.
Oh, see, there you go.
So I'm getting paid more for it. So
I would. I worked a lot of holidays over the years for a lot of jobs. So this whole like getting actual holidays off is still feels fairly weird because I used to work on holidays. It didn't really bother me a lot. Working on holidays was never something that really bothered me, especially when they were like, oh, you'll make more money. I'm like, I like money, so I'll do that. I'll get two other days off.
Some of the easiest days. Because, like,
yeah,
once you get to the holiday, usually the days leading up to holidays, people are stressed. But the day of, people are usually pretty chill. And they're getting last minute shit. Or it's like everybody's in a better mood. And there's not that many people out doing shit. So it's usually an easy day. And for me, I'm doing it because, well, my new salary is in effect this week. Even though I haven't started my gig yet. But
cashing in.
They're going to let me do hourly until I actually start my gig. So I'm going to milk it as long as I can. So I'm going to get paid my salary wage, but I'm going to be able to make overtime on it this week on my Sunday, working on Sunday and on the holiday.
Shit.
So here we go. Thank you, America.
Get that paper.
I'm not going to pay any taxes on it either.
Yeah, fuck taxes.
Don't forget, 4th of July are celebrating a bunch of white men who didn't want to pay their taxes.
Dazed and Confused. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, to the wheel. Oh, wait. No, we don't do that anymore. I forgot we
I would like to bring in something else.
What's that?
I was revisiting. I don't know if we ever talked about it, but I kept notes for a long time in my life of random things. Just Great. Maybe I thought it'd be little jokes or stories or ideas.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll start bringing out a couple of these ideas and we can not to make them a joke, but just to maybe discuss the concepts of them.
Okay.
Some of these I haven't really looked at in over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, maybe I'll just go through this Excel spreadsheet. So I basically have like a 70-page Excel spreadsheet of just random. Most of it is dribble. It's just stupid ideas that you think of in the middle of the night kind of thing.
Right.
But maybe we'll find something here that is entertaining. That will yield us more money than we get now. That's the goal.
Capitalism.
So I don't even know where to go. I guess I could just pick something here.
This is a really great lead-in. I think you got people really excited for it.
Riveted? Are you guys riveted?
Oh, man, all the rivets.
Okay. I want to talk about farts.
Good start.
And how they could be worse. So I guess this is how I literally wrote it down. And again, a lot of these are, this is like literally a diary, you guys. So it's very like I'm exposing myself and my feelings and kind of like who I was. And it's very vulnerable for me to read this. So I'll just say it. Farts could be worse. We could have a valve on our head that just released the shit crystals. Just by numbers, it would happen during tons of like presentations and at other big moments like sports, live news, weddings would be the worst after everyone gets fucked up the night before, like with beer farts and shit. All I'm saying is be thankful for your anus. Show it some gratitude. Maybe we have a National Anus Appreciation Day. Or just sit in butter and let it soak or something. And that's it. That's the note. It's basically like, what if we evolve to where, because whatever the gas, we digest, it comes out of our butt and it's hidden and it can be noisy or not. But what if we just had valves on our necks and shit? And that was just the way.
Right.
That was just the normal.
So it sounded like the point you were trying to make was that we're lucky it comes out of our bums, which are like covered in cloth and stuff. And like that's where we sit.
One tight spot. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mostly
yeah.
tight.
I mean, I'm literally picturing like a valve on your head that you have to like release it. So like, I don't like when you said valve, I'm thinking like a manual release, like a knob you turn, like as if it was like
you
a
can't
faucet.
control it. Yeah.
Well, it's a valve that.
So
you're thinking more like a valve. You're thinking more like a valve, like in the chambers of the heart, like a valve. So like it's going to be instinctive, but there's just going to be a trap door kind of.
Yeah, it's going to be flappy.
Okay. I was thinking more of industrial valve.
Job interviews, what I mean, anything. You try to control it the best that you can, but you just see somebody's flap like clench. Like, are you just about? Did you just know? I didn't.
It's tough. So. I just wish they didn't have to smell. I just wish they didn't have to smell.
Who did?
Like
we'd know.
Yeah, like audio. Why is a smelly fart such a negative, but an audio fart is so positive? Like audio farts are great. I love hearing other people fart. I love farting, but like when they smell, you're like, oh, man. And usually they are the silent ones that are stinky. But every once in a while, you'll have a glorious audio one. And you're like, I'm so glad I did that. And then the aftermath comes and you're like, oh, I am so sorry. Like, and you start apologizing to people. Like, I used to hide. Listen, I'm not going to try to make it audible, especially like if I'm in public. If I'm near friends, by all means, I'm going to try to make it as aggressive as possible. But if I'm in public, I'm not going to try to make it audible. But I don't think I've lied about farting in a long time. Like if someone's like, who farted? I'd be like, it's me. I try to like steer into the skid because like I'm hoping that if I just openly say, that was me, that's mine, and I just stare there like stone-faced, that they're going to be too confused to like, by my reaction, that it'll fall by the wayside. But I also don't point it out. Like I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm 41.
You're a gentleman.
If someone farts, I'm going to comment about it, but I don't dislike them. But I might comment, but it's not in a negative. Like I just want to be like, hey, someone tooted, and you want to know what? That's okay. In fact, maybe I'll say that the next time I smell it. I'll actually like proclaim it and be like, folks, it wasn't me, but I want to let you know I do smell that someone farted. Someone in this room has farted. But whoever that person is, I'm not looking to expose you, but rather to tell you it's okay. We all fart. All right, go about your way. Like if I was in like an art gallery or in a restaurant, I feel that it would be really comforting for that person for me to get everyone's attention and remind them that it's okay. It's okay that they farted and it's smelly.
It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to deal with. It's a shameful thing.
It is. And I unfortunately have been the purveyor of some stank lately. I got really into summer cherries, and they just do a number. They do a number. Cherries,
what are summer cherries?
Just cherries you eat in the summer. You know, not a lot in the winter. But,
okay.
Man, they wreak havoc on the digestive system. They're good. I mean, it's a good thing. But damn it all. I can't even stand me. It's like one of those where I have to be careful at work now, what room I go into.
Do they smell cherry-esque? Or is it just generic fart? Like, is there a certain aroma to it?
You know what? Yeah,
it's not even cherry, but do they have a distinct smell that you're like, wow, that's definitely a cherry fart? Okay.
They smell like red shit.
They smell like red shit. Okay.
Like if there was a red shit crayon, it would smell like that.
Got it.
And eggs.
Okay. Not rotten eggs, just eggs.
Yeah.
Like, because every once in a while you'll have food and it'll make you fart. Like, let's say you go to Taco Bell. You go to Taco Bell and probably, if I went to Taco Bell 10 times, it's just going to smell like farts, like generic farts, run-of-the-mill farts, right? But then, like, one time, it'll smell like Taco Bell. Now, why is that happening? I need a gastroenterologist on this show so I can ask, like, why are our farts sometimes indicative of the food we ate, but sometimes not? Like, it's like pee with asparagus, right? Everyone always says like, oh, don't eat asparagus because your pee-pee will stink, which I've eaten asparagus and I've never noticed my pee-pee smelling. But with a fart, every once in a while you fart and you go, that smells exactly like the thing that's making me fart. But that always doesn't happen. Why?
Well, which way did you put the taco in?
Yeah, I did butt-chug a 7-layer burrito, so that might have something to do with it. That's a good point. I'm going to rethink that. And maybe it's something that simple. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. So think about that.
Well,
think about it a lot.
So I would say these notes are very successful.
Well, really, that's shit. All right, it did its purpose. That's true. Fuck. All right, it got us talking. Not a great kickoff one that we had to talk about farts, but
it was on the first page. It was under category anus.
Oh, you've categorized them.
Yeah, so it's alphabetical. I also have a category for farts. I don't know why I didn't make it into there.
Wow, that must be a very prestigious and specific category then. No, sorry,
it's the only thing in its category. Yeah.
Well, right, because this was less about farts and more about the existence of the anus and the anus's placement, as opposed to the fart itself.
Yeah, you got it. You get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Good, great. I'm so glad I get this. I really wasn't concerned with getting it, but I'm glad I got it.
Finally, my life's work is appreciated.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything to go over after the fart breakdown. We'll let people marinate in it just like a fart.
Please stew.
Stew. I don't know if you said please stew or please do, but either way it works.
Stew. Please stew.
Nice.
Let it stew.
Oh, gross.
Okay. I'm playing the song.
Nice. That's a good ending.
Good.
Yeah. Nope.
It's working.
No, I hear it a little. Release your valve.
It's an age of convenience. I've confused my priorities. Isn't it supposed to come?
It's like the dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
It's